abundance, right?
Hmm.
Like you hear that a lot in relationships or between two people. What does that mean from a perspective of a relationship when someone says that, you need to manifest you need to manifest abundance. And what does abundance mean, not only to the person in a relationship, but the partner that they have?
Yeah, I mean, I think abundance, we primarily think of money, and that is a big part of it. But I really see abundance as joy, love, success. It's excess. And so many of us just don't allow ourselves to have any excess. We get stuck in either not enough or just enough. But when's the last time someone felt like they had an excess of joy or love or peace or ease? And so when I talk about abundance, I always say like living in alignment with your truth is abundance. Having your financial, spiritual, emotional needs met is abundance. So manifesting is really my conscious choice to create something in my life. And like you were saying, that means also making a difficult choice to maybe stop focusing on everyone else around me and recognize that, like, if I want to be abundant, I have to have more than enough. My cup has to runneth over. And then I'm in a place to take care of people. Like, I love to even think of, like, with parents, like, if you don't have the energy or the resources, you can't bleed yourself dry to give to your children. You want to have something to give to them. Same thing with your partner. You want to be able to be in such a good place working on your own health, happiness, wealth, wellness, that you have something to give that person. A lot of us, we always think about what we can receive in love relationships. And I think of abundance as how can I fill myself up, have a good relationship with myself so that I can have a good relationship with other people. And we also have a relationship with money, and a lot of people don't know that. And I'm not like, I really focus on like trauma and relationships, but I really work on the relationship with money as well because I grew up without it. So I know what it's like to not have it. And I also, because I am such an advocate of, people who grew up in the ways that I did, women, people of color, like all the people who grew up in a different, maybe we started a little bit behind the line. It's very important to me to help people understand how to heal their relationship with money and recognize the way that they earn, spend, and save can all be shifted and changed.
I struggled with that a little bit growing up, where my relationship with people and money was probably toxic.
It's all how we do anything is how we do everything.
Exactly, right? It was like I was good here and toxic there. I was just
No.
toxic across the board. But I think looking back, I think the reason why I did that is maybe I was a little afraid of the change. I knew who I needed to become to obtain the type of lifestyle I wanted, but I knew that to do that, I would have to leave people behind,
Hmm.
right? And leaving people behind at that time meant that I would have to be alone, right? And you probably have seen this. For a lot of people, being alone is one of the worst things they could ever go through. So I delayed it and I delayed it. And as I was delaying the changes, I began to get hurt by some of these
Hmm.
people I was delaying the changes for. And then I remember one day I got my house that I'm living in now. And I was so excited, Tori. And I shared it with a couple of my friends. And then I'll never forget the one person turned around and said, "Why is that you can get a house and I can't?"
Ooh.
Not even, yeah, not even being happy.
Hmm.
That day was like when an addict hits rock bottom and they are forced to change. I remember that day as clear as day. That's when everything changed. I was like, you know what? I gotta, I gotta put some distance between myself and these people. Do you find that some people maybe wait too long to make the changes necessary to improve their relationship with money, with other people?
Yeah. I mean, all of us as humans, like pain is a powerful teacher. And so often the pain and the pressure has to be greater than the fear of the change or the fear of the loss. And just like you said, I believe, Oprah said it best. The universe will whisper, then she'll scream, and then she'll throw a brick in your face. And that's kind of how it happens to all of us. And like you said, the fear of being alone or losing our people, like that is hardwired into us. We are literally neurologically designed to connect with other people. So a long time ago, if we were exiled from the tribe, we would die. And that still lives within us. We have ancient nervous systems living in a modern world. And this is why it can be very hard to know that I need to make this change, that I need to let go of these people and be able to make that change. And so that's where doing the inner work really comes into play. And I know because I've had to do this personally. You know, my mom at the height of her addiction at one point, I didn't talk to her at all for a couple of years. And that was really hard because I worried that she would be okay. But also, I knew like there was no way I could heal myself and maintain that relationship with her. I always liken it to like if you have a really large wound and you keep putting salt in it and opening it back up, it's never going to heal. So sometimes we have to take space. Sometimes we can come back to old relationships and heal them. And sometimes their time has expired in our life. Like you're saying, like you have this amazing, you bought a home, which is such a big deal. And there were people who weren't happy for you because they were in their victim mindset, which is life is happening to me. I have no control. And this is where most people live.